You are exhausted, and it's not because you're working too hard, it is because you are letting people with no internal peace use your mind as a restroom. Only you know what it took for you to just function alone. Only you know what it took for you mentally to fight for your mental peace. But you're still letting people plug into it like it doesn't matter. When you're around a chaotic person, you are not just hanging out with them. You are basically submitting your own mental peace. You are renting out your well-being just by letting them in to your circle. And you exactly know what I'm talking about. When you went out to hang with a friend, when you had to see a certain person, and then you come back home, there is no bad interaction whatsoever. Then you come back home and you immediately feel the brain fog. You immediately feel your body being pulled down. It can be an extreme exhaust. It can be an extreme brain fog. It's all because your access was so easy. For the longest time, I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was so hypersensitive because I had interactions with people where it absolutely drained me. I had spent so many time trying to be comfortable on my own, building a place for my own, trying to focus on my mental health, that I come to a point that I was so fine with functioning alone. I was so fine with being more aligned with myself. So I created a higher frequency. And most people do not live there. Because I went through certain stuff and because I was not living in a reactive state anymore, which most people do, I was feeling very, very drained out whenever I was around these people, subconsciously feeling that they didn't have the best intentions for me. And the reasoning doesn't matter here. The only thing matters that your access to you and your mind is extremely important. These people actively use your peace. These people actively use your mental space because they do not know how to generate their own feelings. Whenever they see you, they end up feeling refreshed, more peaceful, and you end up feeling washed out, because that's exactly what is happening. Without knowing, these people act like an emotional parasite. You can see that they do not need your advice, they just need your presence and your attention. And they soak it up like a sponge, feeling you left drained. You will consume whatever you're sitting next to. They're not trying to be mentally better. They are better off drain it out of you and just feeling refreshed just by having an access to you. What they copy is never your mental health. What they copy is never your mental state. They don't need your advice on being better. They're already feeling better by sitting next to you and draining you out. You cannot help those people. You can only contribute to your own decay by being around these people. There is a psychological cost to being around low vibration environments. And if you feel that already, you do know what you have to do. And you're just thinking that you can help these people by giving them advice. You can just be there for them but not being affected by anything that they got going on. It is very arrogant to think that you are the exception, and even though they are pulling you down, you're not going to be down. Instead, you're going to be helping them. It doesn't really work like that. It's not going to help their mental space. It's not going to help them. It's only going to decay you. You can see it in their eyes that these people do not need advice. They only need access to you. Intuitive people have a way to think that absorbing trauma is a way to help people, but it's just a psychological trap. It's not reality. I've spent a lot of time thinking that there was something wrong with me because I felt that way in certain social environments around certain people. I couldn't understand. While I was hanging out with some people, it was completely fine. On the other hand, every little thing felt like it was literally taking my soul away after I hang out with these people. All I wanted to do was sleep. I couldn't focus on myself like I usually do for a couple of days. For a lot of people, it is terrifying and cold to operate at a higher frequency because it comes with rules. They're the rules that you can feel. You can feel it in your bones what you have to do and when you should just cut, which is giving access to everyone, because only you know the labor it took for you to reflect on yourself and operate the way you do right now. And you want to risk it all. You want to be mentally down because you didn't know how to say no. You wanted to give access to everyone and be completely there for everyone, and at the end it didn't help anyone. You lost your time. You lost the peace that you tried so hard to build for yourself, and you absolutely helped no one. You are letting people live off of your nervous system. You can either continue to do that and risk everything that you built for yourself, risk everything that you want to build for yourself, or just cut it today by deciding that who has access to you and who doesn't deserve to have access to you.